Hey, first, thank you on behalf of the Georgetown University Wargaming Society and the Georgetown Security Studies Program. I was told to pass on regrets from our director, Dr. Bynum, that he cannot be here, but we are having our new student orientation at the same time. So he had to be away. So you're stuck with me, and I apologize. I will keep my comments exceedingly short. First thing off, thank you for all your support. And coming here, it helps us support within the university and our own efforts and bringing wargaming to this campus. If you are unaware, we do a wargaming design course that I teach in the security studies program. We're always looking for sponsors. I'm about to teach in the spring semester. So if you want a free tabletop educational game designed by students, we have done one for CGSC, which was Major's Gambit and Thor's Hammer. We have done one for Indo-PACOM, for the Colombian Naval War College, and others. So if you're interested, please come up to me. I will give you my card. And it's a great experience for both the students and our sponsors. And the next couple of things I want to talk on are four quick points. One is to encourage our community to do a big tent approach, both in terms of our allies and partners, to our enlisted ranks as a former enlisted sergeant myself, to different agencies in the process, the interagency and the whole of government, but also beyond our own defensive community, and look for insights and talent and a wide approach in terms of gaming and how we apply it. The next thing is less of a comment, as more of a feeling that tech and how we integrate tech, from AI to MNS to all these tools from augmented reality and further, is going to change our field. I do not know if it will be good. I do not know if it will be bad. Will probably most likely, like most things in our field, be a mix of the two. But I encourage you to experiment, to act boldly, but also think very consciously of the choices and the decisions that you're making, and the messages that we are telling not only ourselves internally to our wargaming community, but also beyond our community as well. And Brandon mentioned it. This is one of the things I mention all the time, which is about the ecosystem of games, from micro games to big games to everything in between. But what Brendan said is spot on. We need to think about how to build an ecosystem that feeds and builds on each other, and not just build a catalog. So I won't belabor that point. And lastly, I will leave, which is something I leave with my students all the time and my young analysts as we're training young designers, is to be bold and be collaborative. Creativity and success is rarely a solo endeavor, right? I am the product, as a great designer, I like to think, right? The product of all my mentors and all my peers who helped me shape my experiences as a young Marine, all the way to the designers. I had the great pleasure and honor to working with Peter Perla at CNA. I worked with Yuna Wong at RAND early in my career, and so forth. I am a product of all those collaborations, right? And I encourage you to continue these collaborative relationships beyond this room, beyond this conference, and please feel free to reach out to each other. I encourage you to work together and break barriers across institutions, and do not be mercy to the processes that we're told that we always need to be. And lastly is to be bold, because failure is part of the process. Failure is not a detour in the game design process, nor in the analysis portion, but often a necessary step towards progress, towards clarity. There are many games that I will tell you that are terrible, that will never see the light of day, that I have written in my notebook that never made it off the page, or are now shoved in some box in my basement. But those were all also part of the process. So I encourage you to not to be deterred by failure, by setbacks. Encourage you to be collaborative and push forward and be brave. And with that, I'd like to close out.